Hi guys, welcome back to Jano's Crown. Thank you a million times for stopping by. I really appreciate and I don't take it for granted. Okay, so stay put, don't touch that dial, and hey, let us head to today's video, guys. So story come. Yes, there was this time I was just listening to one of the radios, the local radio stations, and there was this kajoka, a child called a dad from the clip. It was a Tanzanian. I can say a Tanzanian Kiswahili can be like noticed from far. The kid was telling the dad that he needed to buy for him Facebook. He needed to buy for him as soon as possible because their teacher said they can't get to class without Facebook. And the way the kid was explaining, it was like the kid is in a boarding school, so the dad needs to send money for him to buy Facebook. Yes. Now, the dad was explaining to the child the way he doesn't have money that time, but he was going to try to his level best to get money and send the child so that the child can buy Facebook. Now, you can just imagine buying Facebook. Yes. Buying Facebook. Now, where am I coming from? Now, as a millennial mom, there are things that as millennial moms, as career moms, we should just do differently. Okay? As career moms, you know our schedule are very, very tight. You leave home early, you come back in the evening. Sometimes because of traffic and everything, you get home late. Okay? By the time you're getting home, sometimes maybe your kids, some of them can even be asleep. Yeah, because you want them to sleep early so that they wake up early and go to school. Yes. So there are things I was just telling myself, like, there are things that as a mom, I need to do differently as a millennial mom. I don't want to come to a level where my daughter will come and start telling mom, I need to buy Twitter. Yes, how now? As a millennial mom, let us embrace technology. Let us know what is happening around us. Okay? Have Twitter. You don't need to have a following, but be on Twitter just to know what is happening around. Okay? The world has become so small. The world has become so small. Every day you hear people joking about things and you are like, what are they talking about? Yeah. Don't find yourself in that web where you are just like asking, oh, people are mentioning Brian, the lawyer, or people are doing ABCD and you don't know. People are talking about the Gaza, the Israel war, and you are just like, what are they talking about? People are talking about what has been happening in Ukraine, what has been happening between Russia and Ukraine, and you are like, come on, what are they talking about? Currently, people are talking about applying the green card, and you are like, what are they talking about? No! Get out of your comfort zone. Okay? Be that mom who is on the move. Yes. Know what is happening online. Yes. We are living in a very, very small world. And as parents who are raising kids in the digital era, we can't afford to close our ears. We can't afford to close our eyes. We can't afford to pretend like we don't know what is happening around. Okay? You can only guide your child when you know what is happening around. You can only tell your child between what is right and what it is wrong when you are talking from a knowledgeable point of view. You don't know what is Instagram. Okay? You don't know what happens there. And your child comes and tells you, Mom, I got these, I'm doing ABCD. Or there is this time sometimes social media is unforgiving. Okay? Your child can find themselves in very, very difficult situations. Yes. And as a parent, how are you going to guide them if even you don't know what is happening around you? Okay. So as a career mom, no matter how busy you get, okay, be on your toes. The world has become a small village. Okay. We are interacting. Ideas are being integrated. Okay. People are interacting, people are forming networks, people are getting to places just by connecting. People are interacting, children are learning from each other, they are making beneficial friendship. I used the word beneficial, okay, because there are some friendships that are not beneficial at all and they are not leading to anywhere. Okay, so ensure no matter how busy you get, like personally, I know it can be crazy at time. You can be swamped in things until you're like, oh my god, I didn't know ABCD passed. But be on your toes, okay? Ensure you are, on top of your toes. All these social media, yes, we have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have Imo, we have Telegram, we have so many have accounts just to know what is happening there. Okay, so that when your child mentions TikTok, yes, you know what is happening. Once your child mentions, Mom, do you know Aziad of TikTok? Of course, you know who Aziad is. Know what everybody around you is talking about. Okay, we only question situations, we only advise, we only guide when we know where we are coming from. Okay, the world has changed. Gone are the days when you could tell yourself, by the way, I don't want to do ABCD. As I can call myself as a young parent, kids rush you. Yes, you can tell yourself, oh, I don't want to listen to this kind of music. You will find your child singing very loudly in the bathroom. And you're like, oh my, but personally, I've never listened to this. How do I start? Yes, questioning, where did this child hear this? Okay, so let us be career moms who are on the move. We are not hiding ourselves in a cocoon whereby our kids will come and tell us, Mommy, you need to pay for me Instagram training. And you start asking yourself, how much are they charging? Your child starts, since the child initiated the conversation and actually you don't know what your kid is talking about, you have a discussion here. You will come to an agreement how much you are going to pay for your child to study Instagram. Yes, let us be on our toes. Have these accounts. You don't need to post, but you need to know how they are used. You need to know what goes on. If your child is posting photos on Instagram, you need to know what are they. You don't need to sometimes tell them, I want to be your friend. They will use different names, but at the end of the day, you will know what happens on Instagram. Your child will have TikTok. Schools are closing. They're coming home. Then you are like, oh my, I don't know. No. That on TikTok there is Aziad. Yes, get this. Understand and know that when your child tries to talk about something, you are not green. You are not green. Therefore, sometimes even news headlines, it is very difficult to just catch up with the 7 o'clock news. Sometimes also even catching up with the 9 o'clock news is another nightmare. Okay, but ensure you know what is happening around you. Read the dailies. You don't need to read them page by page, but try to access their online accounts and read the headlines. What is happening around you? Okay, the dollar is trading at 100, almost 150. When people mentions about the dollar, don't be questioning, oh my, what are they talking about? No. Be on the move. Okay, understand, for you to be able to just move with the current world that has become a small village. The world that has become a small village, you just need to be knowledgeable on everything that is happening around you. Okay, listen to the news. I had a friend back in campus and she used to tell me, you know what, I normally wake up very early to watch CNN, BBC News. And she used to tell me that this is a habit that I started way back even when I was in primary. And it really helped me in conversations, public speaking. And this lady is just that kind of lady. The courage is on another level. Yes. And on matters international, this lady is on another level. Okay, so you can only, in the current world, you can't afford to be left behind. Embrace technology. Okay, don't wait for your child to come and tell you, mommy, we need to buy Facebook, and you start saying, how much is it costing, mommy? No, don't wait when your child starts coming to you and telling you know what, mommy, we need to go for a TikTok training, and you are like, how much will it cost, mommy? We are not heading there. People are talking about TikTok. I just need to have a TikTok account and know what is happening there. I don't need to post anything on these social media accounts, but I just need to know what is happening there. Okay, people are talking about brand. I need to read the dailies just to understand what is it about this Brian lawyer that everybody's talking about. Okay, people are talking about the war in the Middle East. People are talking about the Gaza. People are talking about Israel and everything. Yes, I just need to understand, where is this coming from? Okay, I need to be on top of my game. You just don't need to be like you are on top of your game when it comes to your career. You know what is happening, everything. No, we need to also be open-minded in our social life. We need to know what is happening. Sometimes even interacting with your friends can become a nightmare, but get means and ways just to keep in touch. Get means for people who put you closer. Bring them closer to yourself. But what am I saying in this video? Please let us go out there and understand what is happening around us. Okay, let the news headlines, sometimes because of just ensuring that our kids go early to bed and we come back home late and everything, you cannot catch up the 7 o'clock news or the 9 o'clock news, but at least understand what is happening in the news. Fuel prices were raised the other day. You need to know housing levy. They are talking about the community health and everything. Be on your toes. Understand what is happening around you. Okay, the internet has become so friendly when you use it in the right way. Go to these big media houses, read their dailies. They normally have these bullets there. Okay, so that when somebody talks about anything, you know what is happening around you. Okay, it is being a millennial mom. You can't afford to say you don't know. You can't afford. And now I come to the conclusion why our parents used to tell us that they used to be number one. Every parent used to say, I used to be number one in my class. I used to be number one in my class. Yes, I can imagine how that one was demeaning. But, as a child, you grow up knowing your father, your mother knows the best. Your father, your mother were the best, and you need to be the best. Your father, your mother delivered. You can afford to go wrong. Okay? So, until our next nugget of wisdom, you take good care of yourself. And what do we say on this channel? Blessings!